Okay, now that we are ready to begin gluing these pages down in our interactive notebooks, I need for you to listen and pay attention so that you can make sure that you glue these on the right pages. Now, depending on some of you, whether you've been here or not, there may be a few pages that you need to skip. So make sure you glue them on the pages that I tell you to glue them on. Alright, the page that looks like this, the very first page of the notes. This page will go on page 32 of your interactive notebooks. This page will go on page 33 of your interactive notebooks. Alright, so this is 32 and this is 33. Let's go over and look at your iPhone. Your iPhone, there are two pages. Alright, the very first page looks like this, where your name and your date is. This page goes on page 34, and the second page goes on page 35. Your DBQ that you did once you walked into the class, that looks like this, goes on page 36. And now that you've glued those down, you have one last assignment that you're going to work on. And this assignment goes on page 37. And I'm going to add another tab for that assignment. But basically, what you're going to be doing is on page 37, you're going to draw a picture of an immigrant. Alright, and in this picture, the very first step, step 1, you're going to draw a word bubble and a thought bubble. The word bubble looks like this. The thought bubble has circles. Alright, and then you're going to complete the sentences above. So in your word bubble, city life for an immigrant is. What would they say is the reality of American life for an immigrant in the city? That's what you write in the word bubble. In the thought bubble, you're going to write, I think America is going to be what they thought America was going to be before they arrived at Ellis Island. Were they excited? I mean, because they're going into a new world. After you finish step 1, then you're going to do step 2. And you're going to draw your urban immigrant from the late 1800s. What do you think they would look like? We saw a lot of pictures of people, immigrants from that time period. What did they look like? After you do that, you're going to put a minimum of 6, a minimum, that means at least 6 captions on or around the immigrant explaining the society in which they live. So for instance, you're going to talk about the working conditions, the living conditions, racism, the ethnic enclave, the political machines, anything you can think about. You're going to write down at least 6 captions about the life of an immigrant in that society. Alright, once you finish that, you're going to do step 4. Step 4 says on half of your paper around your immigrant, I want you to draw pictures and symbols that represent what their living condition was like. So based on what you saw, draw pictures and symbols that's going to show what their living conditions look like. Step 5, on the other half of the paper, you're going to draw pictures and symbols that represent what their working conditions were like. So on one side, you're going to do living conditions. On the other side, you're going to do working conditions. This is going to go on page 37 of your interactive notebook. Here's an example of what one would look like. Okay, I'm going to add another tab that's going to have both of these so that you know what to do. I hope you enjoyed the lesson today. I'm sorry that I could not be with you, but remember, when I get back, something that you did today will count as a quiz grade, and I will let you know when I come back tomorrow. I hope that you have been on your best behavior for the sub, and we didn't have a test today. However, you do know that a test is coming soon. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. And if you did not finish in class all of your work, you need to make sure you finish before I come back tomorrow. All right. Bye now.